Hey guys, Jerry Fetta here, owner, founder, and CEO of Wealth Dynamics, coming to you today with our Thursday Thoughts video. So I've got a very interesting one for you today. For those of you that are finance nerds and non-finance nerds alike, I'm gonna make this one very applicable either way because this is super important, right? Now, before I dive into this video, I wanna give you the same offer that I gave you yesterday if you stay and watch to the end. Okay, you gotta watch to the end. That's the point of a gimmick. You can't get the gimmick if you don't do the thing, right? So the thing is, you gotta watch to the end of the video. Then, and only then, I'm gonna give you instructions on how to get a free wealth potential analysis. Again, this is a 100-point assessment. It's gonna go through your current personal finance. It's gonna measure it against 100 of the top wealth building factors so you can see where you're at with your finances. It's gonna produce a graph. You'll see 10 different categories and where you're at on each category. And then my team will actually walk through that graph with you and give you a plan on how you can get fully up to the point where you should be with each category and be on track. So watch to the end of the video, then I'm gonna give you instructions on that. All right, guys, so let's dive into our topic, Thursday Thoughts. I'm gonna share with you my thoughts on current events. So this one is, you guys that have retirement accounts. Some of you have a company called Fidelity. Right, Fidelity retirement accounts. And for those of you that don't know what that is, when you have a retirement account, the money has to get invested with some kind of group. That group is typically gonna be, Fidelity or American Funds or Vanguard. So Fidelity is a brand of one of those groups that your retirement plan would invest with, right? Now, Fidelity had a manager named Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is a stock trading legend, like one of the most established, well-known guys in history, okay? Peter Lynch is 79 years old now. And so he's got this track record of steady investing and doing a great job with long-term stock investing and doing it in a way like kind of how Warren Buffett does, right? Buying it like a business, not speculating, not just putting money in whatever, right? Now, Peter Lynch came out a couple weeks back and he specified that he has never recommended to people that they should invest in the stock market. Right now, I want to take a look at this because for me, this is a really big deal, right? Like we have this guy, he's a stock investing legend. And so we kind of just assume his advice is going to be to invest in stocks, right? And he's got books on how to beat Wall Street with stock investing. He's got books teaching how he did what he did. But he took a step back and he said, hey, I wrote all these books, but I want to make sure you guys understand, I've never said you should be doing it. I've never told anyone that they should invest in the stock market. Right? Now, why would a guy like this say that? Right? When someone that's this good at something makes a comment like that, I want to start digging into it, understanding, well, why is this person saying what they're saying? Because my thought would be this would be the first guy telling us to invest in stocks. But he's saying, no, I'm not actually recommending you should. I'm just saying if you're going to, these are the ways you should do it based on how I've done it in my world. Right? Now, what is his methodology if you are going to invest in stocks? He's saying buy companies that you understand, right? Like buy really good companies that you understand, that you like similar to we talk about clothe your capital, right? You want to invest in things, primarily that you like and understand amongst several other qualities, right? Now, why would he say though, and why would he feel the need to specify, I never told anyone that they should invest in stocks, right? And I think it's this is my take on it, is that he looks at this world of stock investing and sees just how dangerous it is and just how irresponsible the average investor is. The lack of knowledge is rampant. People just put their money in a 401k plan or an IRA. They know nothing about it, right? And they just expect that, everything is going to go well and hopefully they've got more money than they started with when they turn 60. And the reality is, this is the statistic from the Social Security Administration, 5 out of 100 Americans are financially secure at retirement age, which means 95% of people are failing at this. That is a super high failure rate. So he's saying that he invests in stocks because he understands it. He's good at it. He's got a track record. He's got, the know-how on how to successfully do this. And he's got the responsibility level to study it and master it. And he's saying that most people don't. Most people don't learn about their investing. Most people don't know what their actual mutual funds invest in, what actual stocks, what actual companies, who are the managers of those companies, what do the financial statements look like. Most people don't have any of that, and if they needed to do that, they wouldn't invest in the first place. Think about it. If one of the prerequisites for your retirement account was that you had to write a report or an essay on what you owned and why you owned it, how it worked, what condition the company was in, what the future outlooks would be. You probably wouldn't put money into it. You'd be like, screw it, that's too much work, I'm not gonna do this anymore, right? So if you don't wanna do the work, why would you put the money in? Because you're hoping, you're gambling. You're gambling on the fact that someone is gonna take responsibility of you. Like they're gonna totally just be your little marionette puppet, string puppet. They're gonna be the one running everything with your investments. And then when things go well, you can be like, cool. If they don't, it's not your fault because it's up to someone else, right? And there's not another area of your life that you would be successful in and handle this way. Someone else can't go to the gym for you. Someone else can't spend time with your family for you. Someone else can't diet for you. Right? Someone else can't study and gain intellect and IQ for you. You have to do all those things. Why would finances be any different? Right? And so what we have in the world today is we have what I call a bunch of retail financial consumerism, where people think they're investing, people think they're financially literate, but really, it's the equivalent of going through the McDonald's drive-thru with your money. You don't actually know what's in there. And it's not good for you, and it's a giant corporation that makes billions and billions of dollars at your expense, and we just trust them because we're well marketed to. We've seen enough commercials, enough of our friends and family do it, that we're just like, yeah, this is fine. It's uninspected, and I don't know what it is, but it's fine. Right? What's actually in a McDonald's hamburger? You don't know. Just like you don't know what's in your mutual funds, right? So when Peter Lynch comes out and he's, got this gigantic long track record of success, when he comes out and says something like this, I think he's on track, right? Warren Buffett would say, the same thing. If he's investing in stocks, he's going to say, buy great companies, spend time studying them, take controlling interests of businesses, and he also then will tell people that he thinks the average person should invest in an index fund. Why? Because an index fund requires no knowledge, no responsibility, and no work. Right? You just are at the whims of what the market's going to do. If the market goes up, you're going to go up. If it goes down, you're going to go down, right? And so he understands that the average person isn't willing or able to actually go learn and be an investor. So he's just saying, don't even do it. Just go through that McDonald's drive-thru, get your number 6 with fries, and go ahead and call it dinner, right? So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you're in the stock market, I'm not going to tell you you should or shouldn't be either. I'm going to let you make up your mind on this. But I'm going to end with a couple of points here. Investing at its root means to clothe your capital, right? You're literally putting clothing on your money, right? And when I put clothing on myself, I'm only going to get clothing that I control, right? I want to control, this is my shirt, nobody can steal it from me. I'm wearing it, they can't just take it away, right? I'm only going to wear clothing that I like, that I understand, that fits me as an individual. It fits the goals and purposes that I'm going to use it for. I'm going to wear my vital clothing first, and I'm not going to overpay. And I would do the same thing on my investments. Okay, I'd only invest in things I control, I like, I understand, that fit me, they fit my goals. They fit the things I'm going to use it for. They're vital first, food, clothing, shelter, transportation, water, like basics of humanity, right? And then also things that aren't overpriced. And if I make sure that all those things are checked off, by nature of having to check off all those points, I have understanding. I know. And then I have better investments. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. Again, if you watched, I've got a special gift for you. In the comments, put hashtag wealth potential analysis, right? Wealth potential analysis, like the video. Okay, I want you to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and my team will reach out to you and give you that free wealth potential analysis. See you next time.